Come up, come up, come up, come up. Please share, 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 share. Share, 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 Patriot, share, 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 share. Please share this live so we can talk about this VAT issue. Share, 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 share this live so we can just talk about the VAT issue. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Salam, salam, salam. Come up, come up, come up, come up, come up. I'm going to speak English throughout so that everybody understands. Van Afrikaans praat. Come up, come up, come up, come up, come up, come up. I know many people are at work, so yeah, they'll watch it later. But I just need to, you see, I just need to set the record straight here. Because I hear there's now many VAT experts in the world that have an opinion about something without having all the facts. So as a leader, you should also not be arrogant. When people want answers, you should come and give them answers. So that is what a leader does. You give people answers when they want answers. So I'm here to give you answers. And after I've explained and you still have questions, please ask me a question right here and I'll answer you right here. So let me just make that clear. Patriots, I'm asking you to share the live. If or when I'm done explaining and you still have unanswered questions, please ask me here so that I can answer you. Then nobody should say the questions, we are running away and we are running away. Nobody should say that. Come up, come up, come up. We're going to start now. Start in a minute. I'm just getting all the facts right here. Come up, come up, come up, come up, come up. Just share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live. And I'm going to answer your questions right here. So that you must know, because I am accountable to you. So I'm accountable to you. So if you are unhappy about something, I must come and answer here. You mustn't make statements or write something and you can't question me. All right, let me start. I want to congratulate the people of Westbury first. Yo, guys, you know, they were sending out VAT things to the people of Westbury. They're doing everything. But you see, sometimes being poor and not having a job doesn't make you stupid like they think. They think they can just lie to people. So I'm here to come and give you the absolute facts. I'm here to give you the absolute facts what happened. And anybody that I also want to say, I'm going to talk about all parties here. So this is my first disclaimer. Any person that says I am lying, I am going to challenge that person that we must go live together. Like I'm going to talk about Freedom Front Plus. I'm going to talk about Action SA. I'm going to talk about ANC. I'm going to talk about EFF. I'm going to talk about the DA. So before I start the live, I want to put it out there. If somebody says I am lying, I'm willing to appear on the DA's live with the DA person so that the people can see who's lying. So I'll come with my proof So I'm mentioning all of that so that you must know that I mustn't come with excuses now and they say, no, come. You lied about this. You lied about that. So I'm saying I am willing to appear on a debate with any one of them with the things I'm going to say, because I'm going to talk about things that you don't know about as people. And I'm just going to be very transparent with you. All right. Here's the issue. I want to talk about life, about VAT. But I need you to understand the context of everything that I'm going to say here today. And I'm going to start very nicely and I'm going to end very roughly for some of you. So you must know, you that said, I will not vote for you anymore, I have a message for you too. I'm going to end by giving you that said, I sold you out. I've got a message at the end for you. You that said I sold you out. You that said I lied to you. You that said that I'm there for the blue lights and stuff like that. I'm even going to address the blue light issue today. All right, let me tell you where the VAT started. But before I start with the VAT, I must tell you in the GNU. When the GNU was formed, when they were meeting, I want you to listen. The DA, 3 days, for 3 days, there was a stalemate between the DA and the ANC. The stalemate was one thing. The DA told the ANC, we want to come in, but we don't want Patriotic Alliance in. The DA said, we will form a deal with you, ANC. What happened before, a month before they said that? They took an advert. Julle moet luister julle. Wat so baie praat. They took an advert out in Cape Town. Every Radio Heart, Radio Good Hope, everywhere to say Gayton McKenzie wants to work with the ANC. Now, you see, stupidity is something I have no time for. Saying Gayton McKenzie wants to work with the ANC. That was the whole campaign 2024. And don't act now like you don't know about it. Every newspaper, every DSON, all of them, Gayton McKenzie wants to work with ANC, is going to take your vote to the ANC. Few weeks after that, they say to the ANC, don't work with Gayton McKenzie, please don't work with Gayton McKenzie. After many, particularly colored people, believed them that I'm going to take the vote to the ANC. And they then took your vote to the ANC. But they don't only take the vote to the ANC, as they were saying. They stopped the ANC from voting with us. From including us and not working with us. It's important that you know that fact. They stopped the ANC. They said, we will work with you, but don't work with PA. Now, as a minister, if I lie about the president or if I lie about something, it's perjury and I can lose my job. President Ramaphosa said, no, you can't tell us who to work with. Fikile Mbalula said, you can't tell us who to work with. We will work with the PA. For 3 days, that was the stalemate. The very same people that took an advert out, that told everybody I'm going to work with the ANC. Today, when they work with the ANC, they now kick us out. It's important you have that information. The ANC then said, to hell with you guys. We will work with the PA. The ANC said that, because the ANC put together the GNU. Fine. We're part of the GNU. We're all working together. They have many ministries. They work together. They've got many ministries. I think 6. I'm going to talk about that too. When we work together, we work very nicely together. We get the fight for Bella. Freedom Front Plus, PA, and Freedom Front Plus, PA, and there's another one, DA. We are fighting inside against Bella. I went to Russia. President Ramaphosa called me while I was in Russia. President Ramaphosa said to me, I'm giving you the background of that. President Ramaphosa said to me, Minister, how do you feel about Bella? I said, no, my people speak Afrikaans. This thing is not going to be good for our people. President, you can't sign this thing. The president said, no, I'm not going to sign this thing. I'm going to have more negotiations. More negotiations. I told you the first one, you must put everything I'm telling you together. The president said, no. I said, no, we're fighting for Afrikaans. They're getting together. Then they said the DA in the AfriForum said they're going to march. When AfriForum asked permission to march, my people in my department said, no, we'll not give you permission to go to the Freedom Park Museum. They write them a letter. I jump in there. I come there to Donavier. I say, what? AfriForum will march here. And I changed that thing. And AfriForum march. After my department said they will not march, I said, Afrikaans is very important. AfriForum brought 10,000 people there. I was there. I spoke there. John was there. They were all there for Afrikaans. Now, why did I mention that to you? In Western Cape, the DA took a decision. All documents should not be in Afrikaans, only English. In the West, don't believe me, go and check my speech last week in the NCOP when one white lady stood up and she mentioned that. I wasn't even aware of it. They voted in their province where they rule. Documents are not in Afrikaans. I told you those two things to show you the contradiction of who we're dealing with here. Then the VAT issue comes. Yo, the day when we had to vote for VAT, the finance minister. That time, the DA's got a deputy minister of finance there, so he sees everything. We see nothing. We don't have a deputy minister of finance, so when they put it together, they know what they're putting together because he's the deputy minister of finance, Sarupen. I'm not a deputy minister of finance. I don't know what's happening there. The finance minister walks in. He says, gentlemen, we need to have 2% VAT increase. It wasn't even me, to tell you the truth. It was Ramkhopa, the electricity minister, that said, never. I'm telling you the truth. Ramkhopa spoke first. The second person to speak was Kubai, the Minister of Justice, said never. I think I was the third or fourth person to speak. John Tennyson was the fifth person to speak. We all spoke about against VAT. What happened then? I said, no, I can't agree. My people are poor. I want 2 changes here. VAT should be removed. That's what I said. I said that. Ramkhopa said that. It's not PA. Ramkhopa said it first, before me. Ramkhopa, the electricity minister, was the first one to speak. The first. He was angry about VAT, that man. Kubai was the second. She was angry about VAT. The deputy president was the chairperson. Long story short, everybody was against VAT. There were some people that was for VAT. There were some people. Next moment, they then said, no, we have to vote for the budget. Because if we vote for the budget, we have to vote for the budget now. We've got 20 minutes left. We will then talk about the other stuff. I said, me, I'm not voting. I go out, I phone Eugene. I said, Eugene, you guys check me what the constitution says. Can this thing be postponed? Because they said it can't be. Eugene comes back, he says, yes, it can be postponed. I went back, the DP says, no, he already has, the deputy president said he already has that information. We postponed it because we are not happy. We are fighting for it because it's 2 percentage points. I'm giving you all the facts, step by step. 2 percentage point VAT. We can't have that. We start negotiating. The finance minister says to me, Mackenzie, you've been fighting for the teachers. I've been fighting for the teachers of the Western Cape that lost their jobs. And 29,000 more is going to lose their jobs. He says, this will sort that problem out. This is the amount we will do. He says, you say, Abahambe. That's what you've been fighting for. I said, yes. He gives the most money to Leon Schreiber to digitalize that system, to digitize that system. Abahambe. Leon Schreiber of the DA came to me. And if he says I'm lying, me and him must both go on a lie detector test publicly. I'm willing to do that. He says, help me fight so I can get digitized, the system digitized, so we can stop illegal foreigners coming in and make our borders safer. He comes to me. I said, salute, Minister, let's do this. The finance minister include all of that. We are fighting. We're landing at 1%. No, so we're still at 2%. The DA writes a letter. The ANC, you must bring that letter out. They write the letter. The president spoke about it already. I can't lie with the name of the president. The finance minister spoke about it. I can't lie with something that they have confirmed. They say, the DA said, we will accept this 2% VAT increase only if you can scrap the NHI, the National Health Insurance, for poor people. The NHI is for poor people. The NHI is for poor people. Listen to me. People that can't afford medical aid. They say you must scrap that. For poor people. They said you must scrap Bella. The president said, I can't do that. The president said, I can't do that. I can't do that. Giving you the facts. Because I'm going to tell you something after this live that will shock some of you. The president says he can't do that. I am busy negotiating. Not me alone. IFP, PAC, we're busy negotiating to bring the 2 percentage points down. We then agreed on 0.5%. Yes, I agree to that because we started at 2 percentage points. We didn't stop there. These are the issues we asked and we received. I'm going to read it for you. We said because people are poor, can you zero rate, which means these things must not have VAT. Not Gayton. IFP, good, PAC, ANC. They say, can you zero rate the following things for us? Because these are things that poor people buy. Brown bread, maize meal, semp, mealie rice, dried mealies, dried beans, lentils, pilchards, sardines, milk powder, dairy powder blend, rice, vegetables, fruit, vegetable oil, milk, cultured milk, brown wheaten meal, eggs, edibles. We proposed new additions still. Some of those things were already zero rated. We then said, no, can you please put livers, heart, kidneys, soup, and marrow bones, tails, ears, tongue, intestines, clean tripe, heads, trotters, cattle, sheep, pig, and goats, chicken head, feet, giblets, and binnegoed, clean intestines, unflavored dairy liquid blends, tinned dried or green beans, fresh and dried tinned peas. We went further. So we said, the following goods and services are zero rated. Exports, 19 basic food items, paraffin, goods which are subject to the fuel levy, petrol and diesel, international transport services, farming inputs, sales of going concerns, and certain grants by the government. Goods and services exempted from VAT are non-fee related financial services, educational services provided by an approved educational institution, residential rental accommodation, and public road and rail transport. This is goods and services. Now, stop right there. 2 percentage points. I fought, not alone, with other parties, to 0.5%. But I also say, because people are poor, we also say people are poor. Can you do that? The ANC said yes. The ANC said yes. This is for the poor. What does the DA do? They say they'll accept the 2%. We don't say that. They make a deal. Give us NHI. Give us Bella. Then we'll vote for 2%. Where's the poor there? Where is the poor? What does Gayton McKenzie and Sabisa and Nyonso and Patricia DeLille and the ANC ministers do? We go and negotiate and say, no, man. We don't make a deal. We don't make a deal. John makes a deal on the life of my children. They wrote a letter and said, Bella, this is what the president told them in front of us. I thought John is going to say to the president, you are lying. President Ramaphosa said to us the following sentence. He says, because I know you guys leak everything. I'm going to say this, so when it leaks, I must be the one that leaked it. You came to me. You wanted to make a deal for Bella, for NHI. There was another one, I just forgot it now. So they were happy with the 2% VAT. What do I do? What do Nyonso do? What do some ANC ministers do? What do Patricia DeLille do? They say, no. Let's go negotiate. What does the finance minister do? He listens. He says, let's cut. Until we got to 0.5. The teachers are fine. Now I'm happy the teachers are not going to lose their jobs. The sports fields that I've promised the people I'm going to do so our children can get out of crime. The police. I said, this thing where you don't hire colored people. You must hire our people also. Everybody must be hired. Black, white, Indian, and colored. The minister said he's going to put more policing. So I said, I'll vote for 0.5%. But we said, but if you can also put these items in. He does that. What does the DA do when we're at 0.5%? And that's where Action SA and the Action SA comes. Mashaba comes. Mashaba said, man, we'll vote for this budget. Listen to what Mashaba says. Listen to what Herman Mashaba says. Listen to Action SA. Listen. Action SA says, I'll vote for this budget on one condition. Let us find ways to cut 0.5 to nothing. That's Mashaba's suggestion. He says, we have ideas to even take it down from 0.5%. That's Mashaba. He said, if you agree to us helping you as Action SA to bring it down, who will vote? ANC says, shut Mashaba. What does DA says? Sarupan is the deputy finance minister, the DA, right? On the life of my children, the DA says, make Sarupan the chairperson of Vulindlela, which is the economic program of the GNU. Make him the chairperson, then we'll vote for 0.5%. Look at the difference between X and SA. I'm not praising PA. I'm praising X and SA. Look at the difference between X and SA. X and SA says, we will come in. They're not part of the GNU. What does your DA do? No, we were not part of the, we are part of the GNU, but you have to make him chairperson. President Ramaphosa, it leaked out now. I didn't leak that thing even on Facebook. I didn't post it because it's on the newspapers everywhere. He had a meeting with only ANC people. And somebody apparently recorded that meeting. The minutes of that meeting is everywhere now. I mean, the voice of the president. Where the president said, what happened between him and John? John then went to the president yesterday. So I went to the president yesterday. I want to tell you. I said, President, can I see you? The president says, I wrote the president a note in the cabinet committee. I said, President, can I see you? The president said to the guy of cabinet, let McKenzie follow me. I went, I followed him in his office. He says, how can I help you, Minister? I said, President, I just want to speak to you about something. You know, it's not my business. He says, what is it? I said, President, please don't get rid of the DA. We need them in the coalition. The president says, I've got no plan. I'm going to meet John. Maybe we can meet each other. Now, how do I come lie about the name of the president and John? The president said, this is now the day before yesterday. Sorry, not yesterday. Yesterday we voted. The day before we voted. No. I'll tell you now. No, it was yesterday. It was yesterday. Yesterday, the president says, no, Mr. McKenzie, I will meet with John. We must sort this thing out. I've got no intention of chasing them away. That's President Ramaphosa. It's only me and him. As I go in, he smiles. He says, you're something else. I said, why? He says, I can't believe that you are the one coming here to fight that the DA must remain in. I said, you see, for me, President, I like John. And it's about South Africa. It's not about the Patriotic Alliance. I left his office. While I'm there, John then rocked up. Him and the president spoke. Sharp. Now, I come to this life to tell you, PA, and I hate to say it, but I must say it, PA box way above their weight. Let me tell you, what do I mean? PA box way above their weight. If the DA leaves the coalition, the GNU, it can fall. If the PA leaves, we don't have such kingmaker status. We don't have as the Patriotic Alliance. We don't have that power. We are not an anchor. In city of Joburg, we have power now to make the city fall. But we don't have power. That's the truth. I hate it, but it's the truth. Now, allow me just to deviate for 1 minute. When I came out of jail, I didn't have a job. I found a job at Sub Security. That job, for the first time, put me an opportunity to put my child in CBC, Christian Brothers College. My job at Sub. The people loved me at Sub. They loved me. The workers loved me. They loved me. And I was at the job at Sub. And then, with my money, I managed to put my child into a school in Bloemfontein called CBC, Christian Brothers College. I managed to give my mother 1,000 rands a week. And my father, because they were both pensioners. I've managed to buy myself a car. I bought myself a compressor Mercedes. And Chap paid for my accommodation, so I managed also to save the rest. Here I come from jail and I have a job that I can look after my child, pay school, pay child support, look after my parents, and buy myself a vehicle. One day, I told my boss, Rian Jonker, I said, boss, I've got a toothache. Can I come late tomorrow at 10 o'clock? He says to me, he smiles, he's like, are you sure you got a toothache? I'm like, what type of question is this man asking me? Are you sure, Mackenzie? I hope for your sake you're not lying to us. So I was a bit offended, but I was too scared to argue with my boss. How can this guy, I said to him, I've got a toothache. So I'm like, I'm going to go to the dentist and I'm going to come show him the proof I was there. So the dentist take out my teeth, take it out, and or do his thing there. So I'm coming back. I still have that white thing in my mouth. You know that thing you put, that water. I don't know what is the cotton. So I come. Yo, when I get to the gate, there's a big toy outside the gate. All the black people there at work, they are toying. Yo, they say, when I come, they start saying, yo, Mackenzie, yes, Mackenzie. Ik klim nog uit, ek dink, Here, die mense sing hom lekker vir my. These people are singing for me. Next moment, I jump out of my car. I said, what's happening here? No, we are toying. We don't want this. Management must go. I'm like, huh? This management must go. We want increase. They don't give us increase, they must go. Yo, I'm standing there for 30 seconds. I'm like, Gayton, what are you doing? What are you doing, Gayton? What are you doing? My child is in a private school. Oh, I even get emotional thinking about it. My child is at CBC. My parents are depending on this money every month. I've got a job today. I even can save some of the money I have left. I come from jail. These people don't come from jail. These people don't come from jail. These people don't come from jail. What are you doing here? I went, I jumped in my car, I said, I'm not toying. I'm going inside to work. They start singing a song. I called Kenny Kunyana. I said, what does this mean? Mackenzie Kili Gundwana. Mackenzie Kili Gundwana. I'm thinking, what does this mean? Kenny laughs. He says, you say you are sellout. You are. I said, okay. I went in. My boss said, you see why I asked you yesterday? I knew there's a toy today. You were the first one who would have gotten rid of. If I lost my job at that moment, I would not have been able to open more businesses with my savings. I would not have been able to be who I am today. I would not have been able to start the Patriotic Alliance. But I took a decision for my mense, my ma, my pa, and my kind. I'm nothing for CHAP when it comes to, they can get rid of me. They don't need me. Now, to be honest with you, I'm back here again today. The GNU does not need the PA. If the PA leaves, the GNU will stand. That's the truth. In that budget, the teachers for the Western Cape, some of them will not lose their jobs. The sporting facilities, a kid in sport is a kid out of court. The arts, I'm talking about myself, the department I'm running. The arts, all of that will get an opportunity now. How do I vote? They negotiated with the poor. If they care so much about the poor, why? If they care so much about the poor, why is it that they evict the people in the Western Cape? Why is it that our people in the Western Cape are being killed and nobody worries? They don't care about the poor. If they care so much about the poor, why is Langa and Guguletu stinking If they care so much about the poor, why does our people live so like this? Why is there no staircases in the Western Cape? If they care so much, so I took a decision for my kids, for my mom and my one kid then, and for me. That's my family. The people I represent has become my family. So I had a choice. Do I vote for 0.5% and keep my people in jobs? Because you see, you colored people and black people and Indian people and white people, you see, this country needs all of us to work together. But the truth of the matter is, we are not the same yet. Our kids in the communities I'm from are being killed. Your kids don't get killed. Every day we bury people. Now I must vote against policing, more police. I must vote against teachers. That is, do you know that when it comes to kids, school-going age that's not in school, coloreds are number one. When it comes to alcohol fetal syndrome, coloreds are number one. When it comes to children that started school and not finishing school, coloreds are number one. When it starts to people that coloreds, they start to the race that is the least amount of people in varsity, coloreds are number one. When it comes to people starting grade 1 and not finishing grade 10, coloreds are number one. Now you want to get rid of more teachers in the Western Cape where the majority of coloreds live. The pain in the community. I will vote over and over for 0.5% if I have to. Because I voted against 2 percentage points. You can't get everything that you want. Now, the DA says they're standing up for the truth. Okay? They say McKenzie doesn't want to be fired. It's true. You think it's about me? The people that know me know that if you think this is about me, you are making a big mistake. I've dedicated my life to the Patriotic Alliance. So you that didn't vote for me, that's offended, you must look at your leader, what your leader did. My people put me there. And I took a decision for my people that voted for me to be there. I represented. In Parliament, I'm not a minister at all times. When I speak there, I don't represent the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, except when I get called to answer on things of the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. Yulla van PA, I saw some of you writing, I sold you out. Today, you must send us your resignation. Because you must never follow a man that you don't trust. Julle moet vandag vir ons stuur, ek resign. Ga join die DA. Gaan. Heidedal, where I'm from, there's a school called Credence. There's a school called Heide. There's a school called Olympia. There's changes we wanted to make in Olympia school. But because there's building happening, they must first wait for the building to happen. We moved those changes to Credence. El Dorado Park, we're going to fix the stadium. Alexandra, we're going to build a pool. I'll make you examples. Westbury, all these places. Kwano Buhle, we're going to fix. In Kwano, a 40 million rand development to fix the pools and stuff in the soccer field, the hockey field, the cricket fields there. If I voted against that, I can't do that. We are, for the first time, people like Mr. C, MP, Ziggy, Temple Boys, PG Powers, they get booked by government. They will never book those people. PG Power sent me a message, that white woman. She says, I'm telling you now. She says, Minister, I nearly made an accident because of you. I said, really? What happened? She says, Minister, I heard that you said I can't charge 10,000 rands. It's exploitation. I must charge more. She says, I nearly rolled my car because when they do book me, that's what they tell me to ask. We are bringing changes. I said I'm going to bring VAR. So I must vote against what I promised the people. I said I'm going to bring jobs for our people. I must vote against that. There are children in Mitchell's Plain. They broke my heart. Here on this Facebook. They were everywhere, those kids. They said, Minister, we just want a sporting facility. Children! Where have you ever seen children get listened to? I want to tell you 2 examples. On the same day, I said to those kids, I saw them on Facebook. I went to the school in the morning. I said, I'm going to do that. I'm going to start immediately. I go to the film industry. It was film meeting. There's 3 young girls, 14, 13, and 15. It's packed there. They go past my bodyguards. They say, Minister, just 30 seconds. I said, yes. Minister, we from Kalicha. Minister, we've got a center there in Kalicha. There's no movie. They talk so fast. There's no movie. I said, no, give it 2 minutes. Be slower. There's no movie theater. The speakers don't work over a movie theater. Our children have no place to study. We don't have computers. We don't... Those kids, I promised them, I went to go put new computers there. I went to put new speakers there. I went to fix that place. The same with Mitchell's Plain. Next week, I'm opening the first soccer pitch, the combi court that I promised. And the people that are doing it for the first time are from Mitchell's Plain. So I must walk away from the first time when the people that voted for me stated political power. On Bizan them, I came in and I was attacked by the very same DA when I said, why is it that colored people are not being hired here and Indian people in my department? On Biza was fighting day and night. People are fighting for you. You know, I look at Bino Farmer, man alone in the NCOP. Bino Farmer, men alone, that men fight there. Biza and them. Jasmine and them. Some of you are sitting on boards that you've never sat on. Some of you today, you have a voice. I can speak there. But die wit man sê vir jou, ek het jou uitverkoop. Here, ek het amper gesê, fuck off. Gaan met die man, gaan. Moenie weer vir my voutie. Moet nie weer vir my voutie, laat ek jou nou vertel. Moet nie vir my voutie, is alright. Hulle het hulle vir 30 jaar gelos en nooit vir julle iets gedoen nie. En hy het al since I come from jail, there was no development happening there. For the first time now in Hidedal, there's development that is going to happen from next week. Kwano Buche. What is the... You know, Harela maak my mal. Kwano Buche. Kwano Buche. Those people came, old women. They came with the ex-ambassador of Japan. For the first time, Kelvindale swimming pool was closed for many years. The DA was the one fighting. Today, you have a lot to say about me and Fadil. Now, you colored people, I've got one question for Gayton McKenzie. I saw you spoke about Fadil and myself. You see that guy, Fadil Adams? He fights for the people, let me tell you. He's no sellout. We are on opposite sides. But you see, me, I don't have jealousy. The people that wat ek my lewe voorgee vandag is die wat sê kruisig hom. Yes. Sien Fadil. Fadil fights for his people, let me tell you. And Angus McKenzie, I've got one question for you. Just one. Got one question for Angus McKenzie. You talk about me and Fadil. Do you know that the DA got 6 ministerial posts? 6. And deputy ministerial post. They didn't put one color there. Daar is die goedes wat hulle moet kyk. They had white, they had black, they had Indian. They didn't have one color. Jy moet jou back hou as het kom by goedes van PA. Kyk vir yourself. Die majority voters van die DA is coloreds. They didn't have one colored, not one colored minister, not one colored deputy minister, not one. Los vir ek en Fadil uit. Not one colored. Freedom Front Plus het ons het uitverkoop. Ja, weet jy. Ek gaan kyk die leierskap van my party. En sê my sien jy yourself daar. Do you see a black or do you see a Indian or do you see a colored? So julle moet niks sê van ons hier. My heart is so for the 0.5%. If I had my way, I would have had 0% if I was a kingmaker. But I wasn't a kingmaker. So since when does the DA care about the poor? Vir die eerste keer gaan daar iets vir ons mense gedoen word. For the first time in KwaNobuhle, in Kalicha already did something. The people of Kalicha already did something for them. I'm now opening a thing in Mitchell's Plain. It has never happened. Onze mense in Klaver, Eldorado Park, moet ek nou, must I vote against all those plans I have? Ek sal dit nooit doen. Hulle sal my weggezag het. They don't need me, the GNU, to be honest with you. They don't need the Patriotic Alliance. We only have 9 seats. As hulle nie vir die DA gevote het, then we would have been an anchor party. But the truth I wanted to tell you today, we are not an anchor party. So hou maar jou back, Angus. You must yourself vra, why is colors the people voting the most, but when it comes to positions, you guys didn't put us? Why were you not made the minister? They took Indians, they took whites, they took blacks. Why didn't they take one colored? Tell me, I want you, before you talk, answer that question. We are building one South Africa. Maar moet nie met ons begin nie. En julle wat sê Gayton het uitverkoop vir blou ligte. I want to answer that one. Gayton is now minister, has got perks. Hy het no bodyguards. You know, it's just the people like Divan and them. They are so into secrecy. Jy ken nie my lewe nie. You don't know where I live. You don't know what I have. You don't know. You don't know the charities I give money to that the Divan and Michelle and them are not supposed to talk about. I've dedicated my life to the poor people. I live for the poor. Because I was poor. Nou wat hulle soek my uit die GNU uit. Nou gebruik hulle. They want me out because I'm doing for them. Why have they never opened that thing in Klaver? Why have they not opened it? While my department gave 20 million rand. Why have they not opened it? When I became a minister, I said that thing shall be opened. I gave them the date. Why? That's not warm hier. Ek sit in die kar. En ek wil nie die aircon. Hulle het my gesê van die aircon, sê ek nou, why is it? Tell me. Dat het nou onze beurt is. It's our turn to also have service delivery. To also now I must be removed. Now, if they don't like this, as they say, the blue lights, me, I've always had protectors. My daughter says to me the other day, she's there with me. She says to me, Daddy, the way I'm wishing for ice cream now. She says, no, voel ek my sleg man, I don't have ice cream. I said, come. Now, I'm not supposed even to do that, but I said, come. She says, where are we going to? My daughter's 13 years old. I said, let's go buy ice cream. This is 11:30 p.m. 11:30 p.m. 11:30 p.m. at night. She says, Daddy? She says, yes, Daddy. I said, yes, let's go with Daddy to go buy. She's like, who's going to take us, Daddy? The security at the gate. He can't drive, Daddy. Those securities at the gate can't drive, Daddy. I said, don't worry. My daughter is 13 years old. She didn't know I could drive. She was so shocked. She was so shocked that her father can drive. I said, I've got a license. So as jy vir Gayton McKenzie volg, dan moet jy weet, jy moet harop so tande het. If you follow Gayton McKenzie, if you say I'm your leader, then you must act like I'm your leader. Ek moet elke dag kom en kom verduidelik. Jy hoor net Helen Zille sê, what? For 25 years, 20 years, they couldn't change the Western Cape around. Next week, I'm opening that thing that those children in Mitchell's Plain asked me to do. And you know what I did? I said, get somebody in Mitchell's Plain to do that. Dan word die weer vir manne gevat van Constantia, wat moet daar by ons paie kom bou en allerlei goedes. And when I gave sporting equipment, ons is op 'n rol. I must give power away for 0.5%. Power that can change my people's lives. Hulle van Heidedal, hulle het niks gekry van ek bly mos in Heidedal. Ek kom van Heidedal af. You never got nothing. Today you talk, oh, VAT, what? It's 0.5. I don't have 100% power, otherwise it would have been 0%. Julle gaat nog snaakse goedes hoor van my. Now imagine how many times they lied about me, but the PA people kept me standing. The DA people are commending here. Why don't you go and comment on the DA post? Ek is op 'n PA groep. I'm talking to PA people. Don't tell me you are a minister. I'm a minister on sport, arts and culture. Hier's 'n president van die PA. So ons soek nie PA members nie. Jy staan saam of jy loop. Hulle te lank vir niks gevat nie. Here comes somebody that says service delivery must also happen in KwaNobuhle, Khayelitsha, Menenberg, Lentegier, Elsie's, Galvendale. They went to try to stop Bradley Murray by charging him for something. All Bradley Murray did, he said, Press, when you come here, can I show you something? I said, yes. Bradley Murray took me to Galvendale Pool. He says, Press, look how it looks here. Look how it looks here. That was a month ago. Within a month, that pool was fixed. The poor suffering. That's why we said zero rate this stuff. Yesterday, somebody was telling me, why do you vote? I said, it's zero rate. He didn't know what zero rated was. So now you know those items I mentioned that poor people are using daily. They are zero rated. That's not Gayton, but I'm part of the people that fought for that. they want to cancel the pensions, the grants. The ANC said never. The same ANC was going to say, ANC. The ANC is the reason why they included us. They didn't want us. Let me tell you something. For me, this is not Gayton's mission. This is a kingdom assignment for me. So klim maar af. Noah het gesê die reën kom, nie almal het ingegaan in die ark nie. Sy hoef nie saam met ons te gaan nie. Maar jy sien ek, nie vir my kom sê van blou ligte nie. Maar se kind. Daai fout moet jy nou nie maak nie. O, hy ry nou mooi kar. Is die 'n mooi kar? My speel nie, man. Kom na my huis toe. Dat ek jou stil sit en ek moet jou leen gee van ons mense. I'm so excited. You know, there's a video, I think. Who took that video? I'll tell you now who took it. I think Eddie Lalo or somebody took that video. Or Mishai. I'm going to post that video. Mishai sent it to me. Mishai sent that video. You heard that video where children are saying, stop the shooting. Now I must be... ANC would kick me out today if I didn't vote. Now, if the DA is so against the GNU, why are they not leaving the GNU like yesterday already? They say we must first have a meeting. Should we leave or should we go? What's a meeting? Loop! Hulle sê hulle gaan hof toe. Ek sê sit sommer, we filed papers for court. Ek sê file sommer your resignation. Loop! As hulle maar sê hoe van die GNU nie, hoekom bysaat hulle nog? Why are you still with us? We are the worst. Why do you want to spend money that you stop from getting, you stop that money from being approved? Mbisa last night, I could hear he was angry. You know why? Somebody said to me, no, you must tell Mbisa not to be so angry. It's wrong. One of the leaders of PS says, Mbisa was wrong. No, Mbisa wasn't wrong. Mbisa's heartful. Weet jy hoe voel het? As maar net ek het meer discernment as ek kom met die goed as an experience. You know how it feels when you fight for your children and your children says, you know, I'll tell you a story some pastor once told me. And I'll never forget that story. He says, this is the last story I'm telling you guys, then I get off. The pastor told us a story. He said, this boy was his father's only son. His father was very rich. And his father then bought him his dream car. The father bought himself. The father bought him, not the first son, sorry. The father bought himself the father's dream car. He bought himself the dream car. The father bought himself a very nice Rolls Royce. And then it was the boy's birthday was coming up. And the boy's birthday, friends were asking, what do you think your father's going to get you? What do you think your father's going to get you? Which car? And a month before the son's birthday, the father experienced financial problems. And the boy, father didn't have money to buy the boy that car he wanted. And the father then, on his 21st birthday, gave him a Bible. Gave him this Bible. And after giving him the Bible, he said to him, son, look at the Bible. He stormed out of that Bible. He stormed out of... He said to his father, it was the house that the father bought the son already when he stayed in that house. And the son said to the father, you're such a rich man, you buy me a Bible. He didn't know his father's got financial problems. Leave this house of my mother. The mother died. Get the hell out, fuck out of this house. And he chased his father away. And he never spoke to his father. And he became successful. And he gave his father that Bible. He says, take this nonsense. And the father left with the Bible. And he never spoke to his father again. 20 years after that, he heard his father's dying and on his deathbed. And his wife and children says, no, we're going to meet our grandfather before he dies. When he got there, it was too late. His father died. But on the cupboard next to his bed, that same Bible was there. The boy took the Bible. When he opened the Bible, a key fell out of there. And he checked, it was the key of a Ferrari, which was his dream car then. And he's like, my son, I sold my Rolls Royce so that you can have that. I was in financial problems. But I sold my dream car so you can have your dream car. But I had to give it to you in this Bible because the Bible is more important than the car. And he went down and he found a Ferrari that's 20 years old, full of dust that has never been driven. When I saw some of your comments, I'm making the sacrifices for you. There's a man, I've never met him, Lucian. I owe that man, he's always fighting for PA, always. Doesn't get a position in PA, get nothing. He fights for PA like we pay him. Jobs for our people, fighting crime. In Heidedal, there's a lady that was a victim of GBV and she went to the police station. When she went to the police station, she was assaulted at the police station by police. And the police did nothing about it. Gayton McKenzie went to cabinet and I told the Minister of Police. And he said to me, I'm taking action now. He went on his phone. Those police were arrested. I put him on a life. Now, if I'm not there, if I wasn't there, do you think that woman would have been arrested? Do you think that our people would have gotten that swimming pool in Galvendale? Do I like the 0.5 VAT? It hurts me. It hurts me that you have to pay anything. But rather 0.5% and 2 percentage points. And I can understand where Mbiza came from. It's hurtful. Mbiza is just, he's headed. It's hurtful. It's hurtful. So, Shay, there's a PA page. All those people that had nonsense to say, block them, those PA members. But I needed to come here and not be arrogant and tell you about the VAT. I hate voting for that 0.5%. But that is still a wrong thing in my opinion. I voted for what's right on that budget. Julle breek mense hart as 'n mens vir julle beklei. Dan kom hulle van daar af, dieselfde mense wat julle oppres. En sê ons verkoop julle uit. Hoe het ek jou uitverkoop? How did I sell you out? Do I sell you out by making sure that you still have a voice there? That lady, those police are arrested because I spoke to the minister. The school in Dalvendale is there because I'm the Minister of Sport. These people, musicians are being booked because I'm the Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture. There's now opportunities that were never there for our people because I'm the Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture. So I just want to say to you, I'm not a perfect man, but find yourself a leader that's perfect in your eyes. I will lead the people that want to be led by me. I can't force you. I don't want to be nobody's leader. That I must explain every move I make. Sometimes President Cyril Ramaphosa is our leader, whether we like it or not. Sometimes he takes decisions that I don't agree with, but I trust the process. So, you know how to resign from the PA. Salute. Take care. Ons gaan aan. Die plan gaan aan. Westbury. Salute. En Dino. Never make me laugh like that. You and Divan. And you said that no, the neck on neck was nekkies. Ja, ek het gelag. He says nekkies. En wat Divan said hier was nek pregnancy. Ek het my frik gelag. I love you guys. Take care. Salute.